Hi, my name is Jennifer Main, and today we are going to discuss networking in the classroom. So, first, I wanted to cover the standards that we would be discussing for you today as an educator. So, we really want to make sure that you are able to collaborate with one another and students using Google Suites and continuing to improve your knowledge of technology as you are progressing as an educator. Educators will know how to incorporate Google Suites into your classroom to better design curriculum that supports students with different learning variabilities and also improve your teaching and learning. We want you to be able to inspire your students to the digital world with instruction through those Google Suites and networks. If you're a coach, you'll be able to easily collaborate with teachers with Google Suites. So that way you can make sure you're in contact with those teachers that you are sharing students with. You may even improve your coaching with incorporating technology and Google Suites to your program. And then you can also partner with educators to accept a digital learning culture across disciplines. So, specifically, what is a network? Well, a network is a way to connect with groups of people and collaborate with one another via computers. This network is important for communication among team members or coworkers, so yourselves as teachers and coaches, and they're also important for sharing data with one another. So, specifically, why are networks important and why should you care about adding networks into your classroom? They can allow for faster communication among yourselves and among your students. They also allow for you to easily access your stored digital data. So you can go to your Google Drive or your OneDrive and easily access any of your data from no matter where you are, as long as you have Wi Fi or you're connecting to the internet. You can share your curriculum between each other. So instead of having to print something off and share it like that, you can easily share it with one another digitally. And you can also connect to devices and like a printer or a fax without having to manually attach or take a piece of paper up there with you. There are 4 different networks that we're going to discuss. So the first network is a local area network. And the reason we're going to discuss different networks is because these networks are based on scales. So the local area network is a network within a building. So this might be within your school. A wide area network is connecting an office or a building to like the corporate office. So that could be like your district office. And the campus area network is connecting multiple LANs that are within different branches or like across an entire campus. That might be the campus area network, like at a university. So there's also a network called a cloud-based network, and that's really what we're focusing on here. This cloud-based network actually allows you to hire a third party to store your data and obtain resources. So you might think of this as Google Classroom, like the Google network in general that has Google Drive, Google Classroom, Google Calendar, email. You can also think of a OneDrive from Microsoft. If you look on my webpage, that you can actually look at different links. Chris Peters does an excellent job explaining the differences in a local area network, a wide area network, the campus area network, and that cloud-based network. And so if we were to dig deeper into Google Suites, potentially adding that to your classroom, Google Suites actually allows users a multitude of resources. There are Google Sheets, Google Doc, Google Drive, Google Calendar, Google Classroom, OneDrive. There is so much that you can use from Google Drive that in Google Suites that are so great for you in your classroom because it allows for collaboration. It allows for collaboration between you and your coworkers, but also between you and your students. You can actually interact with your students and they can ask you questions as a class just digitally. So if you will go to my homepage, you will actually be able to hit the network tutorial assignment And you can scroll down, and I'm actually going through a tutorial that explains this even in more details. But then if you scroll to the bottom, I will walk you through everything there is to know about Google Suites. I'll walk you through what it's like to go through that Google Drive, how to access your classroom, how to access the Google Sheets, everything that you need to know. It's a great tutorial, and I highly recommend going to that tutorial if you've never used Google Suites before. Also, there are many links that will take you to even more research that is regarding networks in general, and of course, Google Suites and OneDrive. If you need to contact me, my contact information is jrmain@uark.edu. I would love to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much and have a great day.